but not that one. Next on our list is Castlevania 3, which in many ways is the true follow-up. No, I already reviewed that game. So anyway... No. Stop. Stop. Stop!
Should we do a Castlevania pre-review 5?
Do you want to? I mean,
yeah, let's do it.
It's up to you, man.
I put final pre-review. I don't want to do any more after this.
Okay, this is the final 5th pre-review for Castlevania 2 because you have finally finished the game.
Yeah, I beat the Famicom Disk System version of the game. I'm still gonna play through the NES version, and honestly, it'll take me no time at all now that I know where to go and everything.
Exactly.
I absolutely hyped that game up a little bit more in my head than what it turned out to be, and I
tried telling you at every corner.
There's no amount of telling me that would have, really, like, it really is. It's kind of small.
It's not like a good bad continuum I was trying to warn you on. It's like an interesting not interesting continuum. I'm like, this game doesn't have as much to it as you think, and you're just like, no, it seems cool. And it's like,
well, yeah, I've always heard, like, I mean, it does have some pioneering mechanics, I'd say, for the franchise. Sure. And it at first does feel very big and large and mysterious.
When you are 7 years old, it is a big, large, and mysterious game.
Yeah, or when you're 30 plus and you're playing and
for the first time.
For the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
and then once you get a grasp on like the whole game, you're like, wait a second, that's it? That's the whole thing?
There's just a lot, so don't worry, I'm not gonna spoil what my video is gonna be about or the angles I'm taking or approaching or anything.
Okay.
I'm just gonna talk a little bit about my experience.
Yeah.
For the last time. I beat the game on accident.
I was shocked that you had beaten it because it was crawling. You're like, yeah, I played a little. Oh, I didn't get any of the body parts, though. Like, every time we would talk about it, you would be nowhere. So I expected the next update, when I asked where you were, to be, yeah, I got 2 of the body parts.
I went in totally in the dark, really.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know where to go, and I couldn't even read what they were saying.
Exactly.
And that was actually fun. I found it fun to be in such a foreign environment and to crawl my way through, and I documented it like I would if I was an adventurer. And I had like an adventure log, and I would write down my deeds and everything I did manually. And I kept track of where I was going and where the different towns were. And then it turns out after kind of like, so my impressions were like, because I found several dead ends, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that each dead end was going to kind of like cascade into its own new area of like towns and different things to do. What happened is those dead ends kind of loop on each other, and that's actually just all of it. Yeah. And so what happened was I was like, all right, I'll probably just try and after I beat my first 2 mansions, I was like, let me just get 1 a night or whatever. But then they just cascaded and I beat the last 3 and then I beat the game. And it was kind of just like, huh. By the way, the fingers I was talking about are laurels.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
They look like the dried finger item from Dark
I get what
Souls.
you're saying now.
So it's the whole time you kept teasing me, oh, you're going to be one of those guys. You're going to be one of those apologists, those Simon Quest apologists who doesn't hate it. And I don't hate it.
Well, I mean, sure.
And there's a lot I actually really like. And honestly, I wouldn't say I had a bad time. I'd say I had an overall good time playing.
Sure.
But there's just a lot. It's so funny. There's a lot to talk about. There's a lot to complain about, really.
Yeah.
And
it is the Mario Wonder of the NES.
That's way better than Mario Wonder.
No, it's like, it seems interesting at first, but then when you really digest it, it's like the most shallow thing in the world.
I see the comparison you're making there then. Yeah. It is. Yeah, Mario Wonder is like has fake depth. It's not actually deep. That's
what I say about Castlevania 2.
Yeah. I understand your angle. I do.
Yeah.
I think the video I'm excited to make the video for it. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And, because I've been cooking, like before I even beat it, I've been cooking up things I wanted to do for this one.
If you need me to play the Grim Reaper or the guy who you drop garlic
we
to
should
in a
totally
sketch,
do that. By the way, you know what? I'm doing it. Triy Shoutout. Doing a Triy Shoutout. I love how, so Triy sent me a video. You know, I posted a video for my members that you might have seen that was me going through the timeline for the Doki Doki Panic video. You remember that? After that,
Yeah.
Triy liked that, and so did Brendan, and they both kind of did that with one of their videos, and I thought that was awesome.
Cool.
And I watched through I watched through both of them, but when I watched Triy's first because he did it first, and also Brendan's was not really going through the timeline; it was just going through the video,
Yeah.
And Triy's was going through, yeah, it was, and Triy's was going through the timeline, which is what mine was, where it was like, just seeing how you edited, because I think he has great editing, and I wanted to see what he was doing, and at one point he starts talking about, I gotta stop doing villains. I'm doing a villain every video. I got to stop doing villains. And I just thought that was such like, it reminded me of you because it's just like, I thought it was funny. It's just like, well, it reminded me of both of us. It's like getting carried away in this idea and like, how am I not supposed to do a villain for the next one? Because he had a villain in his last video. And it was great. And that's such an old YouTube thing to have a villain. Like of your video, you know, like
it's straight from a James Rolfe video. Yeah,
yeah, dude, I just love that shit. So Triy Shoutout. Thanks, I guess. I hope you're watching. He watches. He comments.
Yeah.
Yeah, he described his channel to me as like I forget the rest of his description of his own channel, but he said at the end with a little of that 2010 stank on it, and I was like, "Thank you. That's all I need."
What was the context of this?
I don't know.
Why was he
just
describing his own channel to you?
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know. Maybe we're commenting on each other's channels. Maybe I said something like, "You kind of remind me a little bit of like what I used to watch." Like it's kind of like, what if PBG was making PBGs and JonTron was making JonTrons today? It'd kind of be something like Triy's channel, I think.
Maybe.
But yeah, I was just trying to remember that whole time. Wait, what was I talking about? Simon's Quest.
Yeah.
I will say the loading issues got worse over time. The way that they organized the data for this game is actually like, I believe the developers that they made it as good as they possibly could, but it was dog shit. Towards the end of the game, there were multiple moments where I'd go to the left, sit through a double loading screen, right? Then I'd continue to the left, go one more, another. Let me actually rephrase. I'm not actually saying it's actually quadruple, because here's what happened. There were several places that were placed on the other side of the disc, but only for like one or two screens. And so I would you do a double loading screen, then it tells you, you know what, you got to flip it. So I flip it. Double loading screen. Okay, I'm in. I go to the left one more, double loading screen, got to flip it. And it's just a lot of them just sitting here like just to get through Simon's Quest. And like can you imagine, right? The Flame Whip's badass. Sure. I don't understand why the bone gives you a shield. Doesn't make any sense to me. The eye item seemed kind of pointless because it was just kind of like.
What does that do again?
You can see where like the Bible book is.
Oh,
yeah, and it was just kind of like. Also, I couldn't read what those were saying anyway when I picked them up. So
exactly.
And then also the laurels seemed somewhat pointless.
Yeah.
Because like I feel like the only place you could really use them. First of all, they're way overpriced. 50 hearts for that, for temporary invincibility. And
they're useful in exactly one spot. You know, they're like a key or lock and key.
So let me ask you this. Is the spot the very long stretch of...
Yes.
Yeah, because I made it through that without them.
Yeah, you don't need them, but they help there.
Yeah, no, and that's what I was thinking. I was like, you really don't need this. All these poison swamps are really just kind of annoying. It's like, you know what Simon's Quest reminds me of too? More it's less the Mario Wonder of the NES. It's more the Tears of the Kingdom. There's lots of different ideas, but they're all very shallow and they don't really develop fully. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like that comment you made in the last pre-review 4 for Simon's Quest was which is not yet aired at this point either, was it made it, I don't remember exactly what the comment was, but it got us talking about like, oh wow, what if every mansion was like an actual level of Castlevania?
Yeah.
Like
What if?
how amazing with a real boss fight.
Yeah.
It'd be absolutely amazing. Like that would really turn that game into an 11 out of 10. But the
But
mansions
instead
themselves,
we got
like they, because like I was actually feeling like, okay, let's see what they do with this, right? Like
naivety.
you can laugh, but like after the first mansion, it's not like it's the worst thing in the world.
Yeah.
There wasn't a boss, but I was kind of like, let's see how they build on that for mansions, like
good
whatever.
luck.
And the building on it, they're not even really bigger in size, and
No.
they're full of like, they have some legitimate dead ends. Like it's just like,
Yeah.
oh, there was literally no point to go up here.
Mm-hmm.
So like your next time through the game, you're just going to skip that every time, or the shortcut, so you jump through the invisible blocks at the bottom.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The building on that is they made it so you need to jump through a couple invisible walls. That's
Yeah.
the building on that. That's
Yeah.
what they did. That's it.
So
Which one? One of them is literally just like, I think I know the one you're talking about, where the whole dungeon is a red herring because you got to jump through the wall in the beginning.
yeah, yep.
There's one that's like that. It's just the dumbest shit.
And there was one where I made it to the guy who sells you the wooden stake. I think this was maybe the last one or the second. I think it was the last one. And he's kind of in the middle in a cool black void type area.
Yeah, he's like out of bounds, right?
Yeah, I really liked that. But what I didn't like was I got to him and I didn't realize I didn't have enough hearts. And it's a dead end. So I can't just go grind some. So I had to go through the whole big circle again just to get back to him. I was like, oh. But it kind of had like some, it's not hard, but it had some ghosts and goblins vibes to me. Like in terms of just like aesthetics, some of the mansion stages and stuff, like it lacked that coat of polish that Castlevania 1 has. And so it made it feel like more jank, kind of like Ghosts and Goblins. I don't know. I'm still processing, but I have a lot of good things to say. I promise you, but I'm sparing you because I don't want to hear your reactions.
Okay. I mean, no, I want to save some stuff for the video. Save some stuff. You can't give it all away in the pre-reviews. All five.
Well, no. What I basically have given you is what will be in. Well, first of all, the NES might change things slightly for me, but because I'm sure it might be a better experience. But what I was saving was, I always make a community post every time I beat a game, and I always give my general impressions like I just did. You haven't done it yet for this. Yeah. This is an exclusive for those over here on the Waiting for Nintendo channel.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Those might be it. Yeah, those are my thoughts.
All right. That was pre-review number 5. I can't wait for what's after Castlevania 2 for you. What's in the timeline?
Oh, after Castlevania 2, I believe is Salamander Life Force.
Oh, well, we can't really pre-review that, can we?
Not yet. And then after that's Xanadu, and then after that is Mike Tyson's Punch-Out.
All right, we could do some Xanadu and Mike Tyson's Punch-Out pre-reviews. When do you get to those?
Why can't we do a pre-review for Salamander?
Because it's a fucking shoot-'em-up. Who cares?
Who cares?
What is there to pre-review?
I don't know.
You shoot stuff. That's the game.
I'm really bad at shooters. That's actually the one that I'm worried about the most.
Well, didn't that game invent the Konami code, or was that the next one? Which one is Salamander? Is Salamander Life Force or
It's
Gradius?
Life Force. It's Life Force.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, cool.
Yeah, I don't know when the Konami code came into existence.
I think it was Gradius.
Okay.
I don't know. All right. Well, Shallow Penantic, everybody like and subscribe.
Thanks for being here.